The Djellab Show!
Now, we are all a part of YouTube, whether that is on our own channels or Football Daily, all that kind of stuff, group channels. I look at it and think that we're kind of the first generation of people that maybe looked at YouTube and thought of it as a job and something that we can dream to do, right? Like the first people, right? Your JJs, Alfie Days, Zoella, Tanya Burr, one of your favourites. They kind of fell into it. They just posted it and they fell into it, and we ended up watching them and going, "Oh my god, this is something that I dream to do." What is it like now, doing that and kind of achieving what you've wanted to do?
Oh god, it's weird. It's really bizarre. Like, I can't even think about it for too long. I'll go into a crisis. Because, like, in school, I used to do it. I've done it since I was, like, a proper kid. Yeah. So I always had a camera. And now that I'm up here doing it as a job, I just feel like it's not happening. I'm like, surely not. You know?
It's all going to be taken away.
Yeah, tomorrow I'm going to wake up back to Nice. Off I go. But, yeah, no, it's just really, really weird. I think it's just like a out-of-body experience when you think about it.
Do you ever think back to it of like when you were a kid, like watching the videos and being like, "Oh my god, that's all I want to do. That's all I want to do."
But then how have we done it then? Because look at us.
Yeah, I ask myself that question every day. How are you finding it, Kier?
It's weird. I'm like, do I enjoy it? Because it's really quite stressful. But then you can then do whatever you want whenever you want. But then if you do that too much, then you won't have a job anymore. So like you can watch, 2 James Bonds in the middle of the day. But you probably shouldn't. You should actually do some work. And then obviously looking at your own, when you're at any other job, you're like, you don't really give a shit about it because you'll get paid regardless at the end. But I
keep paying me, Football Daily.
Yeah, I get paid however much I work or a video does well in the month. So it's like it's a terrifying thing. But also, I can just like when we play football on Monday, didn't have to book it off or ask anyone.
Self-employed.
I work the whole of the Sunday, but that's not the point. I just you can just do whatever you want, which is like the best thing in the world. And then you combine that with doing other stuff like Twitch and stuff, and then it's just like it's odd. I describe it both as stressful but also chill. It doesn't really make any sense.
It's weird, isn't it? I get what you mean completely with that.
Well, I mean, you recently, because you went from being, good friend of ours, WillNE, his editor and companion, basically, as well. I think paid you just to be his friend at times.
Initially,
just to come round.
Yeah, initially, Will wanted me to work at his, and I did, because he was just there, like, on his own, doing stuff.
No way.
But it was quite a journey just to go sit on the computer, which I had at home. And then, a massive virus came along, and then I just worked from home. And then it just stayed like that, and it just worked much better, to be honest.
Well, how are you finding it now?
It's probably lonely still.
How are you finding it now by yourself and kind of literally relying on yourself? Because as you said, this is everything you wanted, right? From the beginning, from when you were born.
It's hard because like when you film a video, you've got to be like in the mood to film it, and then if you're not, then it's a hard sell. Like on a video, you're just like, and then you'll like overthink an idea, and then you'll overthink something. You're like, oh, this thumbnail worked, and then you just overthink everything. That's the hard part.
Isn't it mental? I feel like the less you care about YouTube, the better you do.
Yeah, I know.
And it's so annoying.
So I'm trying to you could do put loads of effort into a video and be like, great. And you could do one where you just sit there and you just talk about something, you just whatever, and people will like double the amount of people watch it. Yeah. And you're like, why have I bothered? I will just sit here, but I guess it's a balance between two. So I'm literally now just trying to upload one
for you, one for them, one for
reaction. Like I filmed one this morning and just taking the mic because that's how like a lot of my channel grew, was just like the TikTok reacting to and then the editing in that, which people save for. So I'm trying to get back to that as well as making all the newer, more fun stuff.
I mean, you also got like because if I'm being honest, there are 2 people on the platform that I think have this ridiculous power. One, KSI, and not obviously not to say that you guys haven't done that either. You guys have worked extremely hard, of course. But 2, the other person I think is Will. Actually, I think Will's got this power as well to be able to say, go subscribe to this person, and that actually happens. And because he did that to you, right? And to both of you, as I said, KSI gave you a shout out on Twitter, and since you've met him and that, what's it like? I guess kind of having that literal overnight success.
I think.
I mean, for you, it's a little bit different as well. Like you were with him for a year and it grew, but then literally when you left, he did that video. And it was like what
Yeah, it was-
150K?
yeah.
Of course, that was it. Yeah, I was thinking. Wait, yeah, there's a massive turning point.
Yeah,
there.
it was like, it was odd. It was, I think at the moment, an actual shout out, people always ask for like shout outs and stuff. I think that's actually more of a hindrance than actually helpful. It was way more helpful just being in Will's videos from time to time and it's slowly going.
So then
But
people
one-
making their own decisions.
Yeah,
to kind of come over
one
to you.
sudden like drop is, I think, actually, because it sort of messes with you in the sense of you're like, oh, why am I getting this amount of views on a video? Because I got this amount of subscribers, but that's not how it works. But when you're growing slowly, then you sort of used to the numbers or whatever.
Yeah, as the subs
Yeah.
increase, the
Yeah.
views increase.
So it's actually, and I'm convinced now that YouTube so they'll push a video more if more of your subs watch it initially, and if they don't, then they won't.
Yeah.
So if you have a bit of influx of people who have been told to subscribe, then they might not click on the video because they didn't really subscribe on the basis of watching your stuff. Then it harms the video and goes down. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, I do. I
So
get it.
it's
True,
like
yeah.
it's difficult.
It's easier to
It's a
track when you
complex,
know
right? Because
it.
obviously I think especially at the beginning of YouTube, having loads of subscribers was the thing, right?
Yeah.
When people hit 1 million, it was always crazy. Whereas now, actually, especially, I don't know about how you guys view your YouTube channel, but when I go on YouTube, I only ever look at the homepage. I don't ever really click sub feeds.
Ooh,
Very rarely.
interesting.
Don't know if that's, I might just be the odd one here. Like, I know your subscription
I go
feeds-
sub feeds.
What do you
Yes,
do? You
subs,
sub feed.
yeah.
Okay, so maybe I'm the odd one out.
Or
here.
maybe.
You do watch videos on 2 times as well.
I do watch videos on 2 times. Sometimes if it's talking, I just want to get through it, but that sounds bad. Anyway, back to kind of, I guess, getting a shout out. Becky, you obviously got KSI's one. I know you've probably mentioned it a few times. People might have watched
Can't
it.
stop talking about it.
Might have
Rags
watched
to
it
riches. No, I'm joking.
before. What was it like for you? Because I guess that was 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Close to.
Yeah, 2. I think it was.
Something like that, yeah.
Just over 2 years ago. Yeah. Oh my God, it was crazy. That was the weirdest thing that's ever happened to me.
Especially JJ as well. Like
Yeah.
The
Yeah,
UK.
And I had no idea that was coming at all. You know, like I was literally, I just lost my job. Oh God. Because I used to sit and drink with the customers.
Yeah, I remember you saying.
Idiot. Stupid. I didn't even think that was wrong. And then I was in bed and I was like, what am I doing with my life? Woke up at 8 a.m. He tweets this.
How old are you here at this point?
20.
Okay.
Yeah, 20. And I had Eleanor texting me. Lewis Buckham was like, you need to wake up. You need to wake up. I saw the tweet and I was like, I'm going to go back to bed. Because I was like, I know this is going to be ridiculous. And I remember me and my dad would just sit there watching the sub count, and we were like, it wasn't just moving, it was like rolling. And I was like, what is going
It's quite
on?
scary.
Yeah, it is, because I was like, I didn't upload for like a month. The
You were
stupidest
just,
thing
you
I
were
was
just
Yeah.
worried about what all these new people were going to
the
think.
biggest overthinking ever. Well, firstly, I was like, right, well, I just moved to London. Because that seemed like the right thing to do. No, like this opportunity came up and I was
Yeah.
like, well, now is the
And
best
it's
time to
paid
do
off
it.
as well. Like
of
it's
course.
the right decision.
It was the right time to do it. So I did that and then made a whole video about how KSI changed my life, which he
Yeah,
did.
that's
So it was
Oh,
like-
Ciaran's cashed in on the WillNE thing
Oh,
too
yeah.
many times.
No, I know.
Me. Why I left WillNE, number 2.
I've
Yeah.
done 2 why I left something, and now I
Yeah.
can't do another one unless I leave myself.
Well, why did you leave, Kier?
I left.
Well, so I could be on my own. That was literally, I just always wanted to be a YouTuber since I was like year 10.